Nigga, we lit. Hey, what up, everybody, man? Welcome to the Real Response Podcast, episode 13. Back at it again. Told you we'll see y'all again this week. Hey, I don't even want to sugarcoat nothing. I want to get right into this Joe Budden shit with Mase. And just to throw it out there, we're going to dive right into that, right? But as we go, we'll determine what is what. But what I'm disputing is no big. I'm not picking a side with the business side of P. Diddy and Mase. So just know that. Don't be like, oh shit, what? He want to be against Mase. Mase signed that contract. Why the fuck he trying to stand up for Mase? Listen to the perspective. There's gonna be context circulating it so you understand. And the thing I hate, because I fuck with Joe, but we just ain't the same. Like, Joe's bias when it comes to how he approaches situations, how he puts out like context of these situations concerning anybody he really deals with. It's just not always authentic and it's not always real. And even if I fuck with somebody, you know, we got to get them that real response. Facts. So, and the thing, y'all probably already know what we talking about, because most people already got on his fucking head about it in the comments, made him come back on his next podcast and start backpedaling, which most of these people do. We got a few people that's gonna get brought up in today that like to backpedal, which you shouldn't be doing, but that's what they do. If they come up with something, if they start getting criticized for something they said that's politically correct, and they was on the opposite side of that, these motherfuckers switch sides and just turn. Yeah,
when they start feeling a little bit hot in the chest,
that seat start getting hot.
Yeah, they sweating, palms sweaty.
Stove on fire.
They turning everything off.
They cut the fucking fan on, it didn't cool down. They out that bitch. Yeah. But the shit with Joe, and this is what pissed me off with Joe, because he always says that he's for the artist, right? Fact. He says he's for the creator. Like, he's always for the person that's doing the work and not necessarily one that's paying the worker. So he's for the employee and not the employer. That this is his fight. This is his fight, and he has spoken about it so long, from his issues back in the days with Slaughterhouse when they had their group signed with Eminem, all the way to now. His journey has always been for the employee and not the employer. But that's determined on who the employer is, right?
Right.
Because clearly now, when it comes to the employee, which is Mase, and P. Diddy's the employer, which is his current, Joe Budden's employer, his bias is super, his opinion is super biased. So, like I said, the business side, we don't know nothing about. And I still got my own perspective and opinion on that side too. But I'm more so speaking about the person that's saying this for the artist, but ain't standing for the artist when we should be standing for the artist, if that's who we say we standing for.
Yeah, true.
So he's over here finding everything he can come up with to try to criticize Mase and make Mase seem like the bad person in this situation, right?
Or just fighting for what he wants.
Yeah, basically, we all know P. Diddy's what he's standing for now. He's standing for black excellence. This is what he's preaching. This is what he's teaching, which I'm for too. But what happened was Mase basically, and Mase picked a bad time, because at this time Diddy is saying this on a platform that it matters, a white person's platform. So at that time he shouldn't
Grammy Awards, right?
Yep, he shouldn't get criticized after, because now you tainting this whole image of us trying to let the white people know we about to take control.
Yeah,
you could, and the bad thing was Mase seen him 2 days prior, so y'all could have had a private conversation. That's what I'm saying. There's two sides to this, and I'm not just jumping. I'm only criticizing the fact on how.
What Joe Budden's doing.
Thank you, but I'm still gonna give context as we go. So
I didn't even know about them meeting 2 days.
They were with each other 2 days. They didn't meet. They were like with each other.
Yeah, he knew he was going to the Grammys. Yes. He could have. The conversation got up what Diddy was probably about to say. He could have stated it right then and there.
Exactly. You know,
all that shit on Instagram.
They probably could have had the conversation before. Neither here nor there. We don't know, but still, you was with him 2 days prior. You don't need to do that. That's like me being with you 2 days. 2 days ago, I was with you. Then when I'm with another homie 2 days later, I'm like, man, I'm ready to fuck that nigga up. But I was really in your face 2 days ago, though.
And you could have told me you was ready to fuck me up.
And I could have told you that and gave you that energy.
You could have gave me that.
Exactly. So it's like that. You could have gave me that. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? I know we going and going, but the context has to be laid out there so you guys can understand both sides and see that shit clearly. Because it's always really the Joe Budden fans. Not everybody. Everybody don't dick ride. People like the truth, but there's some that's like, don't speak about my people. My people.
Yeah.
But
true. Like the Beehive, the Queens. Yeah.
You know, like not even a sidebar.
Beyonce
just got dissed by her own beehive.
Yeah, listen. And don't come to us fucking with us, dude. Look, Beyonce clearly told the beehive, stop hurting feelings, and they gonna tell her, mind your business.
Yeah, see? Everybody is in the line of bullets. It don't matter who behind that gun. Everybody, niggas, you getting shot.
When it's time to get shot, you getting shot.
All right, so
who shot you?
This whole shit, and so back to the topic. They was with him 2 days prior, so he could have addressed any issues privately. It didn't have to be publicly, especially when we trying to preach this black excellent stuff on a bigger platform.
Yeah.
My phone went off. Let's cut that out. All right, we don't need no interference because this is serious right here.
Yeah, I want Mase to hear this.
Yeah.
and Joe.
So, all right, so boom. He should have addressed it then in the comfort of the house or whatever that privately is business. Didn't have to be on the public when he's trying to preach something to the masses, right? So the Diddy black excellence stuff, Mase pulls up, big old Twitter post talking about, well, if you want to preach black excellence, right? Well, won't you start with me by giving me back my publishing?
He had a long ass post too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We ain't gonna read all. Y'all seen it, but that's why I said paragraph. Like he came, you know, but that's the gist of it, is him basically saying like, well, if you preaching black excellence, won't you start with me, right? And give me back my publishing. Right. We'll get to that part after, but my part with Joe Budden is right away he's against the man, and a lot of the things, and he's saying he's for the artist, Mase is the artist, so you should be for that fight. Like, yeah, this man should own his publishing, or at least maybe a higher portion of it, because the way it's broken down, everybody don't know the intricate details and how this publishing work. It's not as simple as that. It's a publishing company that is the one actually signing these contracts. It's not like actual Diddy. It's publishing companies.
He ain't got time to be signing contracts. I mean, checks all day, so it's coming from publishing.
And so one of it, and this was the most ridiculous rebuttal that Joe Budden could have came up with. He's talking to all of them, and he says, well, how is he gonna be like mad at P. Diddy? He charged his own high school friend Cameron $45,000 to do the video. There's no connection with those two
at all.
If I'm popping and I got a song, you know, I'm doing a song with you, and now you want me to pay, not saying that he should have charged him that much because they do have a friendship, but talking in comparison with these two, this is not the same thing. This is me signing the contract, and after such and such years, you're holding my publishing, and I can't get it back until I'm 50 years old, opposed to me letting my friend know up jump in order for me to do the video is 45 racks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I'm gonna get you after it. So you just paying for, you basically investing in yourself to get money on the back end. That's how the stuff happened, especially back in the days, like, things were different because it was on a bigger scale. Like, people was getting their money, whether it was from selling albums, damn near everybody that was popping was making their money. Exactly. So you spend 45 to get a song with Mase, and he's popping, you gonna make more than 45 back. That's a guarantee.
Yeah, that's
true.
You
know, so he was trying to use that excuse to try to bash Mase and say, you know, this is Mase's fault. Like, this is business. Why should P. Diddy give you back your publishing? You know, why should he help you? All this extra nonsense. And Mars trying to tell him, because Mars he's like, how are you saying this when you're on the artist side? Like, why should anybody hold your publishing for the whole life? Like, if I put all this work in, why should it be owned by this guy?
Right. And he's speaking on what he's speaking on at this point, you know?
And I 100% agree with that, especially when he's saying that to Joe Budden, because Joe Budden's being 100% hypocritical, right? Because he's always bashing any other executive. When there's any other executive trying to, in his eyes, take advantage of the artist, bashing the fuck at them. He's 100% against them. And then all of a sudden, that person in a position now, that executive, that big shot caller is P. Diddy, who employs him. Now his whole demeanor wants to change and how he approach that situation.
Because, like, at the point, he's walking on eggshells. But he don't want to let nobody know that he's walking on eggshells on what he says. Of
actually walking on eggshells, he don't want to be in that position.
Yeah, he don't want to take that relationship with Diddy.
Exactly. And this is the conversation we had in the beginning upon starting our podcast, where, like, I'm not worried about, you know, savoring relationships. We just try and get Benjamin. So I'm not worried about trying to, you know, tippy-toe around being real or giving a real response, because later on this relationship might develop with this artist and they're going to be upset.
Not that.
We're not with none of that.
Real,
but a lot of people are actually like that. They ain't going to try to give the real response if they feel in any way that it could alter the relationship. Same way artists will have all these yes men around them that know that album trash, know those shoes ugly as shit, know it look like it's a space shoe on his feet, but they don't tell that man anything
at all.
They want to be a yes man.
Yes man. Like nobody want to tell Game that shit on his fucking forehead look fucking retarded, but
that was trash. But so
I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with people. I don't know what's up with these yes men. So, but they came and bashed him, and he tried to clear it up. Like, y'all got to go check out the podcast just to see like how he was like aggressively against. It wasn't like lightly and subtle. Like he was aggressively against Mase, and I find that shit like. It's tasteful when you say you fighting for the artist. I just found that shit all fucked up to be against him that much. And now, just like to clarify on the publishing part, is like I said, I can't pick a side on that because when it comes to publishing, it's not just about who made the song. It's about everybody putting into the song, whether it's a producer, whether it's a writer, and a lot of songs back in the days was being written by P. Diddy.
A lot of people.
He was actually like today is different from back in the days when producers were producers. Back in the days, they was actually producing. They was in the studio calling out what tone, what beat, all of this. So I can understand that P. Diddy wants to hold a portion of that publishing because I actually helped create the song. It's not like I just signed you a record deal and took your publishing and you're in the studio all on your own, coming up with everything and I still want to. Huh?
He basically created Mase.
He did. So back in the days, P. Diddy created his artists, though. This is back in the days of artist development. So this is what I'm saying from the jump. I'm not picking sides on who should have what portion of publishing. I was more so addressing the way how Joe Budden approach the whole situation,
but it's good for you to cover it.
That's why I'm trying to give context with it all. So don't be against P. Diddy for the people that is against him because he put so much work in these artists. So he do deserve a portion of publish. How much so? I don't know. I didn't create the pie. I can't cut the pie. So I don't know how that shit should be divided amongst them.
Business is business.
And I don't
a man
feel
should know
that
what
Mase
he's
should have
signing.
100%. I don't feel he should have 100% of the publishing. Not when P. Diddy was creating the way he was creating. Those was his heydays. He literally created his artists and made them into who they was. So ain't no way we could just take that from P. Diddy now because he's not so much into the music business and think that he doesn't deserve half or a quarter of publishing of songs that he written. He helped write some of those songs.
He's a part of. He's in the studio, everything. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
That was cool. I just felt like shit. He ain't got to give Mase nothing. Mase
is getting published and he just doesn't get it all, and he want all of it.
How I feel is take what you get. You should have just. Basically, take what you get. You was in the room with the man 2 days ago. You could have asked the man, hey, yo, slide me a little meal for, what's been going on for my past times. You clearly know that how I feel with Mase, he clearly know that what it's business with Diddy. You know what I mean?
Mase tried to buy his publishing back for $2 million. But the thing is,
ain't enough.
Exactly. So as a businessman now, because we're doing business, right?
Yeah.
If I know the value of your publishing and your $2 million is not enough to buy back the 50% or 25% that I own, why would I do that?
Yeah, just to help you.
It's just business. I could do it if I choose to based on what friendship we have, but who knows if Mase and P. Diddy even have a friendship now. We don't see them around like that, so I don't really think they still hold a personal brotherly friendship.
Man, Mase should have got all the money from the church and called it a day.
And then another fucked up thing that he did that we didn't know about, he came back for his second deal.
No, I know when he was
got a couple million and then didn't record a song. Then he ran off to go. He basically scammed P. Diddy the second time. He came back, signed a new contract.
I remember I had that feeling as a kid. Mase coming back.
Then he fucking ran off to go scam the churches and didn't even create that next album he was supposed to under that contract he was signed under. So
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So we can't be on your side, Mase, all the way. What he's trying to do is he's trying to capitalize on the fact that P. Diddy is trying to preach black excellence. So he's trying to capitalize on that by trying to now sway the public opinion and be like, oh, P. Diddy, how are you contradicting yourself? You're preaching black excellence, but you got this man being a slave. So he's using his time to try to take advantage.
Yeah, that's what he's using, and how this internet works. Everybody knows how this internet works. You say one thing, your name keep ringing, and it's like fuel. You like that shit. You're going to keep adding into it. So basically, I think he was just trying to get Diddy to be like, okay, let me get you the $2 million.
Give into the public pressure and be like, here you go.
Yeah,
not
the
happening.
Public pressure. But
you got to pay bread.
I love that Diddy don't break against the public pressure.
Just to throw it in there. It even happened with fucking just recently. Yo Gotti bought back all his shit, right?
Oh yeah, he said that was the best. That was the biggest, best purchase he ever made.
But he said it was a year in the making. He said we've been negotiating for the year, evaluating, seeing what's the value of all of it and all of that. So it just don't work that easy. It takes time to put all this shit. These are big business plays, so it just don't happen at the snap of a finger or at the typing of an Instagram post.
Yeah, it don't.
We had to put that out there for y'all.
Yeah, I'm just glad Diddy don't break for the public. You know, as
but
some people.
Time would tell. But hopefully he still don't.
I don't think budging.
I don't think so.
How I feel is I think Diddy, you know how I feel. You know the business.
Yeah,
you know the game.
That's why I said he's trying to capitalize off of this in a public way
it won't work,
sway the opinion.
Because like
cut it out, Mase. Stop scamming. Stop coming to the music industry scanning, then running your ass back to the Baptist churches and scanning those people.
Pray for it.
Come on now.
And then Joe, you got to be real with yourself, man. Even though you know
what it.
We all know where that check coming from. You know what I mean? That's cool, but be real,
Have
Joe.
Have integrity though. Don't let your relationship with somebody else dictate you being honest about a situation they're involved in. Like,
because now
have more integrity.
Like now you're growing envy, hate towards Mase, like real personal envy towards
Mase. Just trying to dig shit up out the ground and you could throw it at the gal.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Don't do
Cut
that.
It out,
you
guy.
know, don't break under public pressure. Like my man Snoop. I love Snoop.
Damn.
I love Snoop Dogg.
Who would have thought though? The D-O-double-G though.
D-O-double-G. D-O-double-G. Doggy
thought,
style.
Man? Who would have
you know,
thought?
He the reason why I told my teacher she a bitch. You know? But
what?
Tell you,
so what song was this that had you do this?
Man, doggy style. I got whoopings for rapping about doggy style.
I don't remember the lyrics verbatim, but did he say call that bitch a bitch?
No, he didn't.
What'd he say?
The whole vocal, everything in that motherfucking thing. Listen, he said, I'm not even gonna get to that. This is what he said. I'm gonna get to that, but listen, I don't like how he just broke in front of the public and apologized to Gayle King. Gayle King didn't apologize to goddamn Kobe Bryant's family for bringing up that after his death. I'm going to say that because I don't want to bring it up and everybody knows what we're talking about. You know what I mean? So she brings up Kobe's case for no odd reason, but I think she brings it up for the public. She knows nobody really
they know what they're doing. News reporters.
She knows what she's doing. You
Drive
know,
traffic.
Like,
it's all about that.
And I felt what 50 said. He said that, what are you doing it now for? Like he's already dead. What are you doing it to gain what? You know. But there's nothing to gain from it, but to bash this man and to get your name,
tarnish his legacy.
You know, so you tarnish the man's legacy. Snoop as a friend, everybody knows he's a Kobe friend, and Kobe fan, friend, family, all of that. He's supposed to be a homie and stick up for the man and stick up for him. And what he do? Call the girl a dog head bitch, whatever he called her. Dog face. She looked like a dog face.
Dog face.
And I understand we supposed to respect our black queens and we supposed to respect our elders, but there's a certain line where they don't respect us. They don't care, you know, and that's to the point where Gayle King, she didn't care about what Kobe Bryant's legacy or what it was doing to our culture. You know what I mean and shit. So Snoop, you should have never fucking apologized. I felt that was weak for you because in chapter 2, Gin and Juice, verse number 2, you said at 80 degrees at ease. You know, you said 80 degrees, raise up off these nuts because these bitches at ease, mob with the dog, feeling the breeze. I don't understand why you couldn't just keep it. Yeah. Why he couldn't keep it at the 80 degrees and tell that bitch, suck my dick, suck these nuts. Kobe didn't do that shit. Stick up for your friend. Apologizing to the public, Snoop, I don't like how people should feel that the public is making them be a different character. Because Snoop whole character,
I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, my whole life.
I'm about fed up with the internet thinking that they can control everyone else's opinion, but then
they do. You can't say they think that.
Yeah, they do.
Really
but that shit annoys me because people give into it and it empowers the internet more that, yeah, we can easily get them to sway their real feelings and then say what we want them to say. That shit's annoying as shit. But then as soon as it's for the people as soon as it's someone they love speaking out or saying something, then they want to say that's his opinion. They're entitled to their opinion.
And that's how I feel with Gayle. She's entitled to ask her questions. That's her show. That's what she's supposed to do.
That's cool, but what does that question even? What does it got to do with that? No,
nothing at all.
That's just distasteful for her to even be bringing that stuff up. Okay, put it like this: when's the last time you brought it up?
Thank you. See.
But this man been alone for how long?
Yeah.
But you bring this up right after the man's death, something that he actually beat the case on. What's the point of bringing this up? Where's this conversation going now? The man's been alive for the last 41 fucking years, and this shit was like 20 years ago. So why didn't you guys bring this shit up then? You guys have a voice. Y'all got a TV show. Y'all got the news show. Y'all got the internet. Y'all got y'all such and such followers. Y'all could have rowdied up some shit while he was alive. But why y'all wait till he's dead and now y'all want to hold a conversation about a case that's been buried that was beat? And the one thing I don't like, she tried to say she said it, she lied because she knows the people she's feeding, they don't go seek and search for the information.
Yeah, they don't.
And she knows that. So she says, and his case got dismissed because the girl didn't show up for trial. She didn't want to get on the stand. That's not why the case got dismissed
at all.
You guys go Google that case and go get the information, and y'all will see why that case got dismissed.
Yeah, because if we tell y'all, it won't sit in y'all heart.
It still
if y'all
won't be
read
enough,
it will
it's
sit
just
in your
us
heart.
saying it the same way she said it. So go research and see why that case really got dismissed, and y'all will see that she's trying to create a narrative for the people that she know that's not going to go search up the information to make them think like, that's why everybody get cases like that because they end up paying off. She's going to create the narrative that he just paid her off not to come take the stand, and that's why. Y'all go do the research and y'all gonna see why the energy should have stayed the same with Snoop Dogg against her, because that shit distasteful. It should have been done, and it was out of pocket. It's not even true. Yeah. And to do that now, come on now. Bullshit.
I understand Maul when he said, he ain't gonna disrespect her. He's just gonna go listen to Doggy Style for spiritual purposes. I understood that, because I understand it too, but like it's like, okay, how much could y'all do, and then y'all always want to stand on the premise that y'all are elders or y'all the female, and that that's just like the female that think they can just keep slapping and hitting a guy, and that there should be no retaliation at all because they're that's
the female.
A girl. It's
so we can't keep giving them this entitlement that they can disrespect us in any form, fashion, and that there should be no response to it.
Yeah, Oprah over there crying. She's receiving death threats.
So what?
Man, we don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go over Snoop Dogg's apology and say, you dog-faced bitch.
Yeah, and
you was not supposed to bring that shit up.
And on behalf of the people in the culture, we're gonna go ahead and retract his apology. That shit never happened.
That shit never happened. Snoop was not. He didn't have no weed this morning. I felt like he didn't have no weed that morning.
Yeah, because something happened to that. Snoop Dogg wasn't in his right mind.
Because I just felt like that wasn't
him
Snoop.
Some fucking cookies that just fucked his brain up. He wasn't right.
That wasn't right. Snoop,
100%.
Because Snoop always been fuck a bitch, and he gonna stand on what he gonna stand on. You know what I mean, and shit. And that shit was just a turn to me that he is actually apologizing to somebody who knew the intentions of what she was about to do. Like,
and like we said, we know the reason he is apologizing. It's only because the public is swaying him to do so.
Black queens like
they always come and bash a motherfucker. Like, look, nobody even have a voice no more. The way they let the internet take control, because everybody is always leery and worried about the backlash they're going to get from the media. So they like to walk on eggshells whenever
you're not
they
being
like
yourself
approach
now because you want to be liked. Oh, you want to be liked over some comments. Fuck a comment, fuck a like. You know what I mean?
That's why we the real response, because we ain't with none of that.
Yeah, because none of y'all gonna tell Snoop that, yeah, my nigga, it was wrong for you to apologize. Everybody feels like the right thing to do is apologize. Some things you need to just leave it as it is and keep her as a dog-faced bitch.
And the way I always like to come at situations is I like to go to the source of the situation, right?
Yeah.
The source. What did it start at? With you, Gayle King. So if you never have done that distasteful shit you did, we would have never got to the part of me actually calling you a dog-faced bitch.
That's true.
So let's go to the source of the problem.
And
that's like me getting upset when I'm in front of the judge and the judge is giving this fuck-ass judge gave me 5 years. But the source of the problem didn't start with me standing in front of the judge.
Yeah, it started when you wanted to go rob that house.
Illegal activity. So maybe if I correct that illegal activity, I won't never be in a position to be in front of that judge. You feel me?
That's true.
So we can't always try to just put more light over whatever was said or done that happened to be the bigger topic.
Yeah.
Because that's what is. The bigger topic turned into Snoop Dogg's response. That's what happened. His response turned to the bigger topic. So people start criticizing that more than looking at the source of the problem, which was Gayle King.
Whatever happened to multiplication, negative times a negative equals a positive sometimes. Like Snoop should have kept it damn negative, and I would have said, that's what you get. You know what I mean? Basically.
Some shit, it is what it is. The same way it is what it is about her disrespecting his family, his loved ones that's left over here, having a conversation that has no correlation and nothing. Like, literally, it's not like, oh, he died and had a pending case, so now there's some correlation to bring this topic
do you
up.
think he did that?
Yes. What was the point of even bringing the topic up? You had one of his. She's an NBA player, correct?
Yeah.
You had one or WNBA player. One of his friends come to hold a conversation. That's that type of shit Vlad be doing, where he would have someone else come to have a conversation about someone else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna interview you, talking about that person that I can't interview.
Y'all bashing Snoop, and Snoop apologizing, saying sorry, but Gayle King ain't saying sorry, knowing his daughter still got to hear and probably listen to that interview one day.
She's conscious of all the stuff that's being said on the internet.
Even the young baby, you know, even like Vanessa is still disrespectful.
They don't have no empathy on how these younger ones that still going to school, his kids, what type of bullying they may suffer going into school now, right?
Your
because
this could have been
the kids that's of their age, right, may not have known about this that happened 20 years ago because they weren't born then.
Facts.
So now this is something on this big scale that's getting put back into the world. Now they can go to school and start getting bullied and, you know, taunted about what their dad supposedly did. Yeah. Now they have to deal with this. So this is showing that she has no empathy to try to put herself in someone else's shoes, the family's shoes per se, to actually feel what they will be going through from this little nasty energy she's spewing back into the world.
So Snoop, how I feel, you should have looked at it as our perspective of what the hell Kobe's family is going to feel.
Yeah, fuck apologizing to her.
But nobody's going to come from Kobe's family and say what they probably want to feel is, shut up, you dog face ass bitch. You know, that's what they probably want to say. Because at the time, that's how people, why would you bring this up?
Y'all got to be honest. When y'all hearing this stuff, none of y'all are over there like, you didn't have to do that, my queen. Y'all over there like, what the fuck is up with this bitch?
Yeah.
Why she talk? Like, so why we got to, this is the thing. Like, the internet creates people to not stand on their same morals, not hold the same integrity, and be fake to please the masses of the people. This is just what they all do. Because y'all know what y'all saying in the comfort of y'all home, in the comfort of y'all circle. So why the fuck we can't say that same shit out to the world? Why we can't be, y'all can't be out here telling everybody, be you, be the real you.
Yeah.
But then when we get on the internet, y'all want me to be the you that y'all want me to be.
Yeah.
That shit just don't make no fucking sense.
Like, oh, when you turn on this camera, no, you're supposed to be like this, you know? And that's how I felt when Snoop gave that damn, I felt speech, calling her a dog-faced bitch. That was cool. Then he got on, I'm just like,
had a whole, do this.
I'm like, this ain't you, Snoop. You apologizing. This ain't you. I ain't never heard you do that shit. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel.
Especially on some shit like this. Yeah,
some shit like this.
When you not in the wrong.
Disrespecting.
Maybe you was aggressive,
homie.
But maybe she deserved that aggression based on what she was doing. She was doing some bullshit.
How could you say, oh, you know you was wrong for saying about my homeboy? It would have not hit her that hard.
Wouldn't have. It wouldn't have.
That, you know,
and it wouldn't have garnished all this attention that it has had it been some, you know, watered down, respectful ass response to her. It wouldn't. It needed to be on a bigger platform. Yeah. But like I said, Snoop didn't apologize for the culture. We retracted that.
And we got
done. Yeah,
real response.
You didn't get no shit. And that whole shit even gets me into the next topic about this apologizing shit. It's about time that I feel Akademics should be apologizing to Jay, because this man has been going on a couple month rant trying to discredit his credibility as a person that fights for his people. He was just the other day on an Everyday Struggle saying Jay-Z is for self, he isn't for people.
Retarded.
Everything I'm listening to this shit and I'm like, is this really coming out of his mouth? Like, to say this when this man, for the last 10, 15 plus years of his career, has done everything he could to help any and everyone he can.
Everybody.
And this is not us creating.
This is what the media is putting out.
Not the media. These is what the artist puts out. That's how this stuff leaks. Wayne was just recently talking about this shit on Dream Champs when he said, when all he was going through the stuff with Cash Money, Jay-Z hit him up and said, let me know whatever you need. Whatever help you need. It was no stipulation that if I help you, you got to sign with Roc Nation or Rockefeller, whatever they had at the time. He just wanted to help him, and Wayne expressed that on his own. And there's so many people throughout history of
21
rap
Savage
that's speaking good of Jay-Z when it comes to him lending out his hand to help them. So for this man to have this track record of helping everybody he fucking can, and the people actually coming out there and telling them, not him, you know, you always got the person that wants to speak highly of itself and say,
Yeah, I did this,
and you
yeah.
have some people that may not fuck it.
Got
I ain't
yellow
got time
BZ.
to come.
I beat him up.
Yeah. And you'll have some people that won't come out and be like, nah, he lying, so because they already know that person name for the internet, so they won't. Some people do that, but clearly off of the evidence that we have been given, Jay-Z doesn't do that. He stay quiet, and everybody else continues to speak highly of what the man does. So to try to say that man is for self just because you don't agree with this entertainment contract he has with the NFL, the recent shit with him sitting down and you guys trying to turn that into something else, but to try to discredit this
or
whole
maybe
man's
Tidal, they won't get a contract through Tidal. It was just going through my head right now of maybe this is why he's probably mad. So, you know.
No, because he don't run Complex. So if anything, Complex will be mad about that, not him. But one thing that I was actually feeling is that maybe he's just upset that Jay-Z don't fight for YouTubers. Maybe that's it. He's like, he's out here fucking helping everybody else, but he ain't never reached out to YouTube and help us get more YouTube money. Maybe that's it. But to say that this man does not help anyone, you fucking crazy.
For Father's Day, the man freed a lot of fathers.
The track record is extensive. Like, we can't even dispute the man's track record. It's all over the internet.
Yeah, that St. Louis.
Come on now.
Whatever, it was St. Louis,
Even
you know, that parade and all that. People went to jail. Beyonce, Jay-Z, freedom. You know what I mean? Meek Mill, he's a part of that. That's a big freedom thing.
Couple million that they spent in private investigators to get Meek out of his case.
Yeah.
Meek didn't have to pay that back. Michael Rubin and Jay-Z came together and hired private investigators and lawyers to handle that. And just like you said, the recent shit
with Gotti,
exactly.
Yeah.
Aside from the prison form that he has with Meek and Michael Rubin, this new shit going to Mississippi where there's so many people dying up in there, starving to death, getting killed by guards, and they're covering it up, saying suicides and everything. Jay-Z and Gotti got together and they're suing the state of Mississippi and trying to get laws changed to help out Mississippi prisoners.
Jay-Z actually just got the NFL to go put $100 million towards the goddamn prison reform thing.
So clearly that's already evidence that his deal that he signed with the NFL is to still further
his people,
the success for the people, to the betterment of the people. The
man's a billionaire already. There's no. I
think it's just hatred. I think it's just hatred for you to come up with this shit.
Because if I backtrack on one of the songs, it's on 444. Jay-Z, he's here for his people, you know, and he says, "I'll be damned if I sip Bacardi if Puff got Ciroc." That's basically saying I'm going to always support Puff Daddy because he has something out here, so I don't want to go to this man right here, you know. Even when he says it, niggas rather work for the white man than work with me.
And then he even tried to use that against him, trying to say, "Oh, Jay, he's pandering to get us to sign with Tidal by trying to have us feel sympathy for him and what that's not pandering. He's for the people, so he's trying to teach his people to be for the people. So he's saying, hey, if you know that I have a streaming service, mind you, and this is where it comes to, just to show how fucked up our minds is as blacks, that we don't, since we know Tidal, when we think of Tidal, we see the face of Jay-Z.
Facts. So
most people have a problem with knowing they're giving their money to an actual individual. I guess they can
think it's Jay-Z, you know.
Yes, because when we think of all these other white companies, there's no face by Patron, there's no face by Bacardi, there's no face by, so we're not.
So it's like, oh, I'm just giving Patron, but just like how America, I don't know what's wrong with you people because you always want us to take off our mask. You guys always put a face to something, you know. So now that Jay-Z has a face to Tidal, I'm not supporting that.
I don't want to support that. I don't want to. Mind you, but Tidal gives the biggest payment.
Yeah, for independent artists. And listen, for right now on Groupon, Tidal gives free subscription, 2 months subscriptions.
And it's the premium subscription too.
Thank you. Or you can listen to your music for free. You ain't got to pay that $10 from Apple or Spotify. So basically, he giving you free music for free. He helping the people.
Welcome you to the platform and to see if it's something you fuck with. You get it for free. If you don't, you can keep it pushing. But even besides that, he's trying to basically he's trying to empower the people to empower themselves. Why are we signing contracts with the white companies when I just started my own and we all can build here? And not only was people signing contracts, they were getting percentage of the company. Yeah, so once again, he is doing everything he can to empower the people. So how the fuck could this man sit here and try to say he ain't for his people?
100% of Tidal busted open with my G's, you know. Basically 100%, but he's still getting that shit. You know what I mean? Like, he's for his people. I remember Memphis Bleak was just doing an interview one time and he called Jay-Z and he said, "Hey man, I need some money, you know, I just need 100." And he just like, "Hey, go on that drawer, you know, just go on the drawer. I know how much money I got, so just go on the drawer." Meek said he lifted a goddamn, he pulled out the drawer. It was 100 in every, hundreds in every drawer. You know what I mean? Basically $1 million in the dresser, He just took 100. He like, man, I wish I would have took more. But he said he didn't have to take that because he already straight with Jay-Z. He don't need to take from Jay-Z because he knows what Jay-Z gives him. Basically, he's kind of all right. Why take from somebody that's kind of feeding
continually
me?
Feed you. And besides feeding you actual tangible items, he's feeding you the knowledge.
Yeah,
shit that's gonna go further than any cash.
And that's what he said. He said, I want the knowledge more than anything. And that's what kind of Jay-Z does. He gives you more knowledge than anything. When you listen to 444, he says, shit, I'm just trying to give y'all $1 million game for $9.99.
Y'all don't want that, though.
Y'all want that. That album been out for 3-4 years. He need to drop another one, man.
So if we talking about apologies, come on, it's over. People need the way y'all want to rally up and go against Snoop Dogg and shit for Gayle King or for how he approached her when he didn't need to be that aggressive. Y'all need to start rallying up for the right people. Like, y'all need to be on Akademics shit, giving him timestamps of all the motherfuckers that Jay-Z actually helped. That you should never fix your lips to try to say this man is for self. Because if he has not showed everybody enough that that's not what he's not for, even the recent shit with fucking Savage, right?
Oh, yeah, recently, yeah.
Did he not step in and help that?
He did.
There was another thing with some little kid, I don't remember what town he was in, but he got arrested for like trying to fucking sell mixtapes in front of some store.
He was behind the whole Travion Martin thing. He's still behind that shit. He wants Zimmerman going off of that. This is important, this conversation, because the fact that we have to lay out these details that's been laid out. It's just showing. No, it wasn't pointless. Now we just know after all them cheeseburgers Akademics eat, he's just hating on Jay-Z.
That's what it is. It's just hate. You mad because in all these years, Jay-Z have never spoke up and said, I'm here for the YouTubers. So you just upset, bro. It's no other reason for you to be feeling this way, because the history is just too long that Jay-Z has helped many people without looking for something in return. There's a difference when you're helping somebody and you're expecting something in return, but when you helping because you want to help, whether because you believe in them or whether because you want to help them get out of that fucked up situation they in, and you're not having your hand out right after they done, that come on now. That's the proper morals that every man should want. Don't try to discredit that man because you ain't getting enough support on YouTube. Don't do that, G.
That's what he's doing. He's just mad he ain't giving them no good education. But he gives education, like how we said, through every track and shit. He's a motivational speaker. He's dope. That's who Jay-Z is.
Show Jay-Z some love. He's done enough for the people.
Yeah, he don't be, he do a lot for the people. Just like right now, Osiris, he's out in the schools right now. He's trying to educate.
He's trying to educate.
He's trying to do a lot for the school.
He's trying to drop some jewels, some gems, some diamonds.
Right. This is what he's teaching the school. He's teaching them that your favorite rappers are dumb. They don't know how to read. They stupid as fuck. That's exactly what he says. That's exactly how he's telling it. They're stupid as fuck. Y'all out here supporting him?
So this is second rant, right? Because we had a rant a couple months back when he was going through some shit again.
The devil's blessing of the industry, right? So
when things ain't going his way, he like to rant, basically.
I think so, because
that's what I'm getting from this.
I'm getting it from that he's trying to pull the people away from the artists that he feels like they dumb. They don't know how to read. They stupid as fuck. He's trying to get them to him, because his numbers is probably running low, or he's just everybody.
Okay, what did he follow up though with when he said your rappers are dumb, they stupid as fuck? Did he say this is why you should stay in school? Like, what was the follow up? Or was he there just basically
the whole
bashing
school,
artists?
the whole classroom started laughing, and the video kind of went off right then and there. I'm giving. I don't know what he's teaching right then and there, so I'm not telling him like maybe he's teaching them something wrong after that. But the whole thing that he went to the school saying these rappers are dumb as fuck, and
that's the part they recorded and clip out and that they wanted to put out to the public.
But he gets to 3 days later, he's talking about, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I just paid $500 for a haircut. I just feel that you should have went to school speaking on artist development, money management, credit, not speaking on what these artists is dumb. Or if they can't read, oh well, it's not about what these other artists are doing.
More useful than to be there trying to bash artists.
Yeah,
but we, like you said, the video cut off, so we don't know exactly what the whole conversation.
But you can't, just like how we are selective with our words, we can't just be like, hey, Gayle King, you stupid as fuck. He needs to give a better perspective, and that's what I'm trying to to kind of say if you are at school, you're not even supposed to be saying dumb as fuck. You now sounding dumb to the school, you know what I mean? Because your vocabulary is not bigger than the goddamn school, but you coming over here trying to motivate somebody, which is cool. You know, I respect that. I love that. I don't see a lot of rappers in just doing that at a school, you know. But
the thing is, a lot do. Not against you not seeing them. A lot do, but they just don't care to come push it off to the internet because the people that they came to actually preach to heard their words. Yeah. So they don't come bringing it to the internet.
So I'm thinking he's doing it for the clout. He's doing it just to get around. He didn't go to the school to speak to them about education or stay in school. I'm gonna be real. I don't really know what school does a lot for a lot of people. You know, it does, but
it does a lot of nothing as well. All this shit. I don't even want to get into the school curriculum because it's trash and it's annoying.
We're not gonna get into that, you know. But
come on now.
Him speaking on a $500 haircut, which you were saying earlier. I don't know the man pocket. If he had $2,000, it's okay for him to spend $500 on a haircut. You know,
not if I had $2,000. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Not 2,000.
I know.
I wouldn't make that purchase.
Probably like I wouldn't make that purchase. If I
had some hundreds, I had some tens, then it wouldn't be a bad purchase. It might be unnecessary and just out of price.
It's just like the way how he got on the internet about the haircut was checking his hairline. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Yeah, I paid $500 for my hairline.
The whole thing is
now you do care what they're saying.
Yeah, and on top of that, if you just was at school trying to preach about money management and these artists being stupid.
He made the video about the hairline first, and then he went to the.
Oh, okay.
He did that.
Either way you doing it, it's still a contradiction, like because you're doing the opposite of what you're preaching and what you're telling. So if you're telling it 2 days prior, my haircut $500, I don't give no fuck, but then you're trying to go up there and bash other artists saying they're stupid, they spend their money on this and that, they're fucking dumb.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's how I said. Like I feel when people first start that camera, like how we spoke on episode 11, when people just start the camera and they just start laughing, like haha, it's already premeditated. You already kind of know what you want to do.
You're already prepared and you already set it up.
The first thing you get on and say, I guess this is what light skinned niggas do. You know how they be like light skinned. He says this. I don't give a fuck what no one says. Nobody even said, we wasn't even saying nothing, bro.
No one was saying nothing yet.
Like, nobody was saying nothing yet, bro. Like,
oh, man.
Like, you clearly cared, you know? So you said, I spent $500. You trying to show what you did. That's cool. But then you going to school telling everybody else.
He said, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, nobody they dumb shit. And all this shit. That don't fly like that, you know? Go to school.
Don't even add up. Like, pick one side or the other, you know?
If you letting the clipping, you know, go around, because that's what people do. They let the clipping go around, then they let the full footage come out. So I might be, you know, putting my foot in my ass right now, talking some shit, and you probably gave them the right education that I'm saying right now.
This nigga don't get no real response if he doing that shit.
But I'm telling my real response right now. You know what I mean? And shit with that.
He's giving a real response without all the information. So at this current time, it's a real response.
This guy.
It is.
How I feel.
Because we're criticizing him based on what he said but we don't even know everything he said there.
Yeah, but I'm just criticizing him to the point of the haircut of doing that first and then coming to the school.
To try to bash people on how they spend money.
Bashing on how they spend their money, but you just spent your money on a way that
and then his follow-up would be, well, I got $1 million so I could spend. Okay, and that person may have this so they could spend that too.
But
so
the students,
you shouldn't be there bashing nobody.
Yeah, so because
you don't know everybody's pockets.
A student in his right mind will say, well, aren't you the dummy for spending $500 on a haircut and I only spent $20? Yep. Now what are you trying to preach at that school? Now it's going to be like, you dumb as well with the rapper.
You riding the boat.
So it's
you're doing things based on public's perception and you're trying to persuade them to feel a certain way about your $500 haircut, the same way an artist may be spending $50 on a chain and try to make someone feel some way about his chain. So if you doing it, but you're doing it differently, but still in the same field, don't criticize the other person that's on the other side of the field. He's still in the same field with you.
Yeah, you still.
Shut your mouth. This is the second time you did this shit. We just gonna tell you shut your mouth.
Yeah, because I ain't speaking on you again, because after I realized
like,
that.
Make music like you did that one good song and just shut your mouth about other stuff, because clearly you put your foot in your mouth because you jump out here. It's the same shit you did last time talking about this music industry is
devilish,
the devil,
and
but you're in the music industry. So what's the point in trying to criticize something that you're actually involved in?
Yeah, it's like,
you make no fucking sense.
How I feel is like these rappers, like you trying to steer them away from these
other rappers because you want them to tap in more to
tap
you.
into you. You know,
yeah.
Put your foot in your ass, calling yourself the king of R&B. That didn't work for you, so now you're trying to be the king of inspirational speakers. That's not working for you either, bro. So I'm just
back to the drawing board.
Yeah, you know, I'm just getting to the point to, I want to see the video surface if you really went to the school and taught them about money management, about what they should do,
just sit
you
around
just
and have recess and play checkers and shit.
Basically,
some people just go to the school and interact with the kids. They don't actually motivate. They don't do motivational speeches. Some just interact with the kids.
Yeah, you know, he telling them like, you guys stay reading books, but shit, be real. Tell them some of this education that you guys are learning, you're not going to be able to use in the future, you know, and that's where I think I would have respected him if I would have seen that, like, you know, but calling somebody dumb and saying somebody is stupid as fuck, bro, you can't do that. You know, like, you can't do that.
Worried about others that much that you're going to the school to actually try to teach the kids something, and the first thing coming out of your mouth is trying to bash, like, basically your co-workers, because in a way, rappers are your co-workers. You guys are all in the same line of work. So why you go here with, like, you went there to speak. That was the whole agenda for that day, was to teach them something, whatever the specific was. Why you open with trying to bash other motherfuckers?
I think it's the industry he's trying to bash mostly, you know, because from his first bash and now
that was about the industry, and now it's the rapper.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to, like, put this in. It's already a tainted image over the industry. We don't really need you to hop in and do it, especially when you contradicting yourselves in the way you moving. You criticizing the industry, but you're still in it. The people that are supposed to start bashing it are the ones that left it. Then they start bashing it after they're out of it.
Kind of like Mase.
You're out of it, still bashing it. Then you go to the school talking shit about how rappers spend their money when you're still involved in that same frivolous spending. Shut up.
Basically.
And on that note, we're going to hop out here because this guy got about to have us going in on his ass because he be wilding out. But we're going to holler at you guys next week. Y'all made it this far. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And we're going to catch y'all next week.
Make sure y'all hit that bell.
Tune in next week. Real response.